In the cutthroat world of AFL, where legends are forged and dynasties crumble overnight, three powerhouse clubs just locked in deals that could shatter records and redefine the league forever. Geelong, Collingwood, and Adelaide are betting big on their masterminds, but one name stands on the brink of immortality. Geelong's bold stroke came first, extending Chris Scott's reign until the end of 2029, a move that catapults him toward an elite pantheon few have touched. Scott, the tactical genius who steered the Cats through storms of doubt, has already notched 360 games over 15 seasons, claiming 2 premierships and 4 grand final appearances. But this extension? It's the fuse on a historic explosion. If he sees it through, Scott joins Jock McHale, Kevin Sheedy, and Dick Reynolds as one of only 4 coaches to lead a single club for 400 games, a feat that echoes through the annals of VFL/AFL lore. Picture the pressure mounting, every match a step closer to surpassing Reynolds' 415 games, inching toward the all-time top 10 coached games overall, where Mick Malthouse reigns supreme at 718. Scott's 68% win rate? The highest ever for any coach with over 100 games, a statistic that silences critics and fuels the fire. Yet, whispers of vulnerability linger. After a 2025 grand final run, can he sustain the magic amid aging stars and rising rivals? The Cats' faithful hold their breath, knowing this contract isn't just paper, it's a declaration of war on mediocrity. As the seasons unfold, each victory builds the legend, but one slip could unravel it all. Geelong's list, bolstered by shrewd trades, now orbits Scott's vision, blending veterans like Tom Hawkins with emerging talents hungry for glory. Imagine the locker room tension, players pushing limits, driven by a coach whose legacy hangs in the balance. This isn't mere extension, it's a high-stakes gamble that could crown Scott as Geelong's eternal icon or expose cracks in the foundation. The AFL world watches, pulse racing as history teeters on the edge. Collingwood and Adelaide's moves amplify the drama, but Scott's path? It's the one that could rewrite the record books in ways no one saw coming. The surprise hits when you realize, this isn't about survival, it's about supremacy. As rivals scramble, Geelong stands tall, daring the league to challenge their fortified fortress. The storytelling here weaves through triumphs and trials, from Scott's early doubters to his premiership highs, painting a vivid saga of resilience. Yet, the tension builds. What if injury or form dips derail the dream? That's the hook that keeps fans glued, wondering if 2029 will mark triumph or tragedy. Adelaide and Collingwood's extensions add layers, creating a trio of stability in a volatile league, but Geelong's is the wild card. The narrative pulses with anticipation, each game a chapter in this unfolding epic. Collingwood's masterstroke followed suit, inking Craig McRae to a deal through 2028, a commitment that solidifies their resurgence and injects fresh adrenaline into the black and white army. McRae, the premiership whisperer who orchestrated the 2023 flag, embodies a philosophy of connection, resilience, and relentless improvement, values that have rekindled the club's soul. But dig deeper, this extension arrives amid rival interest, with whispers of big money offers from elsewhere tempting the 52-year-old tactician. Collingwood's board didn't blink, locking him in at their annual general meeting, a moment that sent shockwaves through the competition. The surprise? McRae's rejection of those lures underscores his bond with the Magpies, turning what could have been a defection into a loyalty tale for the ages. Now, with the contract sealed, the focus sharpens on building a dynasty. Picture the intensity. McRae's family-first ethos clashes with the brutal demands of AFL, where every decision could make or break seasons. His leadership has mended fractures, reconnecting with fans after turbulent times, but the pressure cooker simmers. Can he replicate 2023's magic or elevate further? The storytelling captivates, tracing McRae's journey from player to coach, through highs like the nail-biting grand final win to lows of injury-plagued campaigns. Tension mounts as Collingwood eyes a top 4 finish in 2026, with stars like Nick Dykos thriving under his guidance. Yet, the moment of surprise strikes when you consider the rivals. Geelong's longevity quest and Adelaide's rebuild acceleration create a 3-way chess match. McRae's extension isn't just retention, it's a battle cry, daring opponents to match their cultural revival. As the Magpies train, each drill pulses with purpose, the narrative weaving tales of underdogs rising. But what if a key trade flops or form falters? That's the edge-of-seat drama that boosts retention, keeping viewers hooked on the unfolding plot. In the broader AFL landscape, this move stabilizes Collingwood amid trade chaos, positioning them as contenders. The script builds suspense, revealing how McRae's values have transformed team dynamics, fostering unbreakable bonds. Geelong's Scott Eyes records, Adelaide's Nicks chases consistency, but McRae? He's the wild card injecting passion. The surprise element, his contract talks coincided with Hawthorn's retirement news, stealing headlines in a whirlwind week. Storytelling thrives here, humanizing the coach through anecdotes of late-night strategy sessions and triumphant post-game huddles. As 2028 looms, the tension escalates. Will McRae add more silverware or face the axe if results dip? This extension fuels the fire, making Collingwood's arc a must-watch saga in AFL's evolving theatre. All sports updates. Adelaide's calculated play rounds out the trifecta, extending Matthew Nicks until 2027, a one-year boost that rewards his architecting of the 2025 minor premiership amid a grueling rebuild. Nicks, entering his 7th season in 2026, has transformed the Crows from cellar dwellers to ladder leaders, a turnaround that defies odds and ignites hope in the city of churches. But the extension's surprise? It comes after a heartbreaking finals exit, where promise met peril in elimination drama. Club CEO Tim Silvers praised Nicks' culture building and talent development, aligning on a vision that promises sustained success. Yet, tension simmers beneath. With just a single-year add-on, is this full faith or cautious optimism? The storytelling unfolds like a redemption arc, charting Nicks' early struggles, winless starts and list overhauls, to the highs of topping the table. Imagine the locker room pulse. Young guns like Josh McHale flourish under his steady hand, but veterans demand results now. The moment of surprise hits when you realize this locks in stability just as rivals like Geelong and Collingwood fortify their benches, setting up a clash of coaching titans. Nicks' strategy? Patient rebuilding, blending draft picks with shrewd signings, but the edge lies in execution. One poor season could spark scrutiny. The narrative captivates, weaving tales of behind-the-scenes grit, from COVID disruptions to breakthrough wins against powerhouses. As 2027 approaches, the suspense builds. Can Nicks convert minor glory into a premiership tilt? Geelong's historical chase and Collingwood's cultural revival amplify the stakes, making Adelaide's path a thrilling subplot. The surprise element. This deal followed hot on Collingwood's announcement, creating a domino effect of coaching security. Retention soars as viewers ponder the what-ifs. What if Nicks had walked, unraveling the rebuild? Instead,